Hey everyone, welcome to the Huddle. I am here with one of our store managers, Marcie, who I met probably 3 or 4 weeks ago on a store trip. And Marcie has an amazing story. We're going to talk about that in a second. But first, she is store manager at store 906 in Gallup, New Mexico, which is an amazing place. If you've never been there, I'd highly recommend going. Yep. Really cool spot. But Marcie, start with your career. Let's talk about your time at Walmart. And I want people to hear your story.
Well, I've been with the company for 18 years. I started out as a cashier. I was actually working 2 jobs at the time. I had a morning job working at my brother's restaurant, and I needed more money because I had to pay for my custody battle with my kids, which I didn't have at the time. And from the first time I went to orientation, I loved Walmart. And I've only been an hourly for about 2 years. And then from there I went to become a salary member of management. I was an assistant manager for about 5 years in Grants, New Mexico. I became a co-manager for 5 years in 3 different stores in New Mexico. And I got promoted to a store manager for Page, Arizona about 5 years ago. So when I started out the company, Gallup was my home store.
Yeah, you said that was your goal.
It was my goal. It was actually my Super Bowl, and I thought as an assistant manager, I need to get back to Gallup. What do I need to do to get back to Gallup, right? To get home, right? Because I was actually in Grants, and I had traveled different places for Walmart, and I did everything I need to do to get back home, and I had an opportunity to came home, and I love it. It's a dream come true to just be home and see my mom every night and make some tortillas every night with her. So I now love it.
Yeah, very special. So Gallup, why is Gallup special to you? And I'm going to talk about your jewelry a bit in just a second. But why is Gallup such a special place to you?
It's home. It's home. Every time I asked for vacation in the different stores I worked in, I always told my boss, I need to go home. And they're like, well, you're home. No, this is not home. Home is Gallup. Home is Gallup, New Mexico. And it's just where my family is. Born and bred. I grew up on a Navajo reservation in a hogan that has no running water, no electricity. I'm a res girl. You know, that's what you call me. And for me to be in the position I am, I want my people, to know that anyone can be in the position where I'm at, especially my associates who grew up just like I did. Mm-hmm. No college education. You know, like I said, in my lifetime, I've lost my children. My 2 children, I've lost them, and I gained them back through Walmart. And I just love it.
Yeah, it's great. So you mentioned you're Navajo.
Yes.
First female store manager that we know of, right?
That I know of.
Right.
I don't know of any other Navajos in a store management position, but I know a lot of Navajo women are leaders, but I am the first Navajo to run Gallup, New Mexico. I know that.
Yeah,
right?
which is a great store, high-volume store. So tell me about your jewelry.
Well, this is jewelry that I wear for a special occasion. Obviously, it's a special occasion today. And it's just something that I have made. I wear it just proudly because I'm Diné. I'm a Diné woman. And a lot of my culture wants me to, especially my mom, wants me to stay at home and take care of my husband and take care of my kids, which I do, but they just want me to, take care of the family. And for the most part, I do. But again, I want to be that example for young Native women all over, just not in Gallup, New Mexico, right? When they walk through my door and they see that picture of me, and that's what I want to be. Mm-hmm. Every time I introduce a male manager to my mom, when my mom's in the store, she always says, so Marcie works for you? And they're like, no ma'am, Marcie is my boss. And she's like, okay. And it's just that stigma that my mom has that a woman shouldn't be in charge. This year for the Navajo Reservation, we elected our first female vice president. And it's such an honor that we've done that. And a lot of people from my generation, they're looking at people outside of the box, outside of that male culture, I guess. I don't know how to explain that.
But you have to be a great example for other people who are trying to figure out how far they can go.
Yes.
With the company and maybe beyond the company, outside throughout the community. What's that feel like? Does that put a lot of pressure on you? Are you good with it? And how do you keep being the person that you are despite the change in your career?
I think that I have a really strong family at home, and that keeps me humble.
Kids will do that.
Yeah, definitely my kids, but also in my culture, my extended family. You know, like all my nieces and my nephews, they're my brothers and my sisters, right? They're my children. My nieces, my nephews, they're my children. And I think that having a really good support system, regardless of where you come from, is really good to get where you want to go. I think that, you know, being a role model is something that I knew I wanted to do a long time ago. Not when I became a store manager. More or less when I first started out in the management program. Right? I didn't know, like a lot of people, I never thought Walmart would be a career. Never thought Walmart would be a career, and it is. You know, and it's changed my life. The first time I went on a plane, I went because of Walmart. You know, I was a brand new store manager. My market manager's like, "What are you wearing?" I'm like, I didn't know how to dress. I dressed in a full like a store manager, a nice shirt, a nice pants, everything. And he goes, "You know, you don't have to dress." Like, I don't know. And he's like, "Are you gonna get nervous?" I'm like, "Probably." And he just walked me through on how to fly in a plane and not be so nervous. And that was my first experience on a plane, was with Walmart, you know. And so many things have happened in my life because of Walmart. But I think just being a role model is just something that I've always wanted to do.
Right. So when we were walking the store, something you'd probably want to know if you decide to become a Walmart store manager is you get to know a lot of people. And walking around with Marcie, sort of like the mayor of Gallup. I'm sure there is a mayor of Gallup, but
yes,
at least in the store, it seemed like everybody knows you and you knew
yes,
all of them.
Yes, and part of being in the leadership position I am, and part of being Navajo, is no matter who you come across, it's always, "How you doing?" You know, "How you doing? Yate bene, how you doing?" And regardless if I know them from personally or just as a customer or just as an associate, I always say good morning. And I always say, "Hi grandma, hi grandpa" in Navajo. "Yate grandma, yate che," you know, "How can I help you?" And I think that people, that makes me more personalized, I guess.
Sure.
And I think that my customers love it, you know, and I just say hi to everybody. And you don't know whose day you're going to turn around just by saying, "Hey, how can I help you?" Especially when I call grandma and I've never met this lady before. "Grandma, can I help you find something?" "Oh, yeah, sure, wait." You go, "Can you help me find this?" And I was like, "Okay, no problem. Is there anything else I can help you with, grandma?" Yeah. And that's it, you know, and sometimes it's just a conversation, you know, and that's what it was, is every time anyone comes into my store, I always say hi, every associate and customer.
So the people that were together with me when we toured your trip, they found you to be quite an inspiration because of what you've done and the courage you have. But it is like having a very large family, the way you manage, the way you lead. How many associates are in the store?
I have about 500 associates.
So 500 people.
Yes.
Lots of grandparents, obviously. Lots of grandmas and grandpas, as you said, that you meet. And Marcie is doing a fantastic job, and a 500-person operation. It's a very large business. It's very complex. Keeps you busy. Keeps you busy, and with the family. But it was great to get to know you. I've been to the store before, but you weren't the manager then, and it's a fantastic place to go. So I wanted the team to get a bit of who you are, and understand that you can be an example for other people that maybe they can't decide if they're going to go into management or stay where they are, or even join the company. But you can really do whatever you want and go as far as you want to go.
Yes, I think that you can, with Walmart, you can do whatever you want. And I also believe that you get what you put into it also, right? And one thing with Walmart that I'll always cherish is that it's given me the ability to take care of my family. And that's the most important thing to me.
Yep, same with me. I started across the street, the store right here in the garden center. Wasn't sure what I was going to do, if I was going to work in retail or not. Same as you. Fell in love with it. 30 years later, still here. So
exactly.
Thanks for coming. Thanks for coming to Northwest Arkansas. And for everyone out there, I look forward to seeing you out in the field and in the stores. Thanks.